We don't need to tell you about the wide-reaching impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic that started just a little more than 3 years ago. Since then, though, many doctors, researchers, experts have been hard at work coming up with ways to slow the spread of airborne diseases. And one of those developments comes in the form of new technology called SteriSpace, developed by First Services, a company here in Western New York, alongside UB. Joining us live tonight to discuss this are Dr. Satish Sharma, Chairman and CEO at Your First Services Incorporated, and Dr. Stanley Schwartz, UB's Chief of Allergy, Immunology, and Rheumatology. Really appreciate both of you coming in tonight. I'm fascinated by this and looking forward to learning about it. And I'll start with you, Dr. Sharma, as CEO of this company. Tell us what this new air sterilization technology is, how it works, and what kind of airborne diseases it's designed for.
Well, thank you for the introduction. SteriSpace technology was initiated initially at University at Buffalo, and through the technology transfer office, it was further acquired by U First Services, and further development happened here at YFS. The technology utilizes the compressive heating concept and takes the temperature up to 464 degrees Fahrenheit or 240 degrees centigrade and kills any kind of biological agents, pathogens that are circulating in the air. That it meets the criteria of air sterilization by having a kill rate of 10 log 6 or more in certain cases. The technology is very helpful in airborne diseases because, if you may recall, the SARS pandemic that happened in Toronto 20 years back, where the pathogens, they infected people through the ventilation ducts. So the technology could work as a standalone unit, or it could work through the HVAC system, the heating ventilation system.
Dr. Schwartz, I know that you've said your role with this technology is as an advisor. Talk about your roots with this technology at UB, and sure. Pretty cool that this is a homegrown thing, right here locally.
It is. I have a personal research interest in prostate cancer and connected with Dr. Sharma as a urologic surgeon, and the two of us have this as a mutual interest. I then learned about his company, and I watched the company growing out of UB as a startup, and it's really been one of the real success stories here. Clearly, with the onset of the COVID pandemic, it became obvious that we needed something far better than any of the air purification, we call them purification systems. Nothing sterilizes, and SteriSpace emerged as probably the single entity that clearly will sterilize air. It just leaves virtually no living matter available. So I'm the chief medical officer for the company. I work along with Dr. Sharma and assist on the medical and biological aspects of YFS.
And Dr. Sharma, to pick up on that, talk about some of the different applications for technology like this, homes, hospitals, I imagine other public spaces, and the impact something like this can make.
Yeah. So I would like to start by making a comment that a recent report from World Health Organization, it pointed out that 15 million people died worldwide, which is actually double the number of reported deaths before, which was 6 million. And the reason for this was the majority of the infections happening in the indoor environment. Now, because of the increased influx of the patients into the hospitals, the overwhelmed healthcare system was partly responsible for this mortality, but a large number of cases were because of the coronavirus infections. Now, it is extremely difficult to maintain a social distance from these pathogens because these are micropathogens. You cannot see them, and therefore there has to be some preventive technology in place which could actually wipe out these pathogens while they are circulating in the air and when people are gathered at different places. So to talk about keeping the kids safe in the schools would be a very important place. Then hospitals, nursing homes, daycare centers, then the cybersecurity and command and control centers of the states. There has to be air protection in any other place where people have gathered in larger numbers. So transportation system, like in the trains, in the aeroplanes, and likewise.
Yeah. Well, it is exciting technology, and we love to see local companies thrive and do well. We'll follow this. I know it's new and very exciting. Dr. Satish Sharma and Dr. Stanley Schwartz, thanks to both of you for coming in, and we'll follow up on this. Thank you.